The WCB Podcast, your source for all things Chicago Blackhawks and everything hockey. With your host, let's do it, Jarom, Tanner, and Nolly.
All right, welcome to another edition of the WCB Podcast, part of the Hockey Podcast Network, a part of the WCBN, presented by Raycon, presented by DraftKings. It's Jarom, it's Tanner, it's Nolly. What is up, guys?
What's up, fellas?
What is up, guys?
Just the
Oh man, just the classic every day, just waiting.
so
It's August. We're
It's August.
last episode I was talking about the highlights that I was watching. I flipped back to the Amazon Prime Toronto Maple Leafs documentary.
Ooh.
Started watching that all over again. So that was a good move. If you haven't watched it, I'd go watch it. If you hate the Leafs and love watching them suffer, it's definitely a good watch. So, or if you just love behind the scenes shit, it's always fun.
Yeah, behind the scenes is always the best.
Yeah, it's great.
It's all great. Yeah, something I was hearing people talking about that they wish the NHL would do again is like the series on Netflix, the quarterbacks. And they pick
PB1?
or I don't know.
No,
I think it's called.
there's a new one. It's called Quarterbacks. Yeah, they followed
Oh.
Kirk Cousins, Patrick Mahomes, and one other quarterback like all season. They just followed the three of them.
And
Just call Connors. Just
Yeah.
follow McDavid and Bedard.
Yeah.
Oh,
But
I saw somebody saying like they should do goalies, like pick three goalies and just follow them around all season. That'd be kind
Hey,
of
look-
sick.
look
Yeah.
what Brzgalov did for 24/7 series. Like he fucking
know.
made that show. But yeah, that's what the people that have watched it have said, that it reminds them a lot of like the 24/7 Road to the Winter Classic stuff. And it kind of goes back into like NHL not knowing the market. You got some awesome players that you could really highlight to, bring some attention, all that kind of stuff. Fucking do
So
it.
the NFL does, what is it, Hard Knocks on HBO?
Hard Knocks. Yep.
And you can't turn it down. Like the NFL will not let you turn it down. And it's like, why doesn't the NHL like do that type of shit? Like I love the behind the scenes stuff. Like I love every second of it. I love when like watching this on the Leafs one on Prime, like hearing Keith like get mad about Austin Matthews like saying something in an interview and him going to fuck, I can't think of his name right now. What the fuck was their GM's name? Dubas. Going to Dubas and being like, well, what the fuck was up with those comments? Like, what the fuck's his deal? And he's like, Dubas is like, if you're coming to me to like figure out how to handle it, you have to address the entire team and tell them that that's not okay. And like, it's just like so cool just seeing how like the breakdown is, and like VC getting put on waivers and getting claimed, like just all that shit. Like all of it's so much fun to watch.
I feel like,
It's
I want it all the time.
what would you rather see the NHL do? A team like the Hawks, where you have this talent coming into the league, a team that's like a bubble playoff team, or a team that's like a Stanley Cup favorite?
Like a favorite.
Yeah.
Wait, isn't it with Hard Knocks they kind of choose like a team that's like not projected to be good?
There's
So
yeah.
it makes sense because it's like you don't want to like, I don't know, intervene with that, I guess,
Yeah.
like a bad team. But like honestly, if you were following the Panthers last year, can you imagine? That'd be fucking sick. Like
Yeah.
not just like because of their run, but like just following Kachuk around, like Bobrovsky.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Like it just all of it. Like seeing what's their coach's name? Paul Maurice, right?
Yeah.
Just his comments about how much he loves Kachuk. I would just love to see them interact in a locker room together.
Oh,
like
absolutely, man.
like
Oh my God.
fanboying over him in every interview. Like that'd be great.
And then even the negative
That would-
side of stuff
that'd be a
with
really
that
good team to
too, though, with like everything that was going on with Spencer Knight, kind of like, bringing awareness to whatever he was dealing with too. I mean,
Yeah.
open your eyes to a lot of things. Like there's so much that you could have done with that. Yeah, I think it would be so cool to, like, I don't know, Hawks bias, call it whatever you want, but following Bedard around, seeing him adjusting to the league and like, coming in, because it's very, very rare that you have this guy that's being touted as the next generational talent, like that truly
I don't
is
know.
living.
Give Bedard like a year or two to settle into the NHL before you start following him. With, I mean, he's probably used to it by now because it's like everywhere. But like, just let him play hockey for like 2 years, and then yeah, man.
I mean, he's pretty modest about it because I mean, you still see him talking about like, oh, if I make the squad this year, it's gonna be a blessing to play against Crosby and all that kind of stuff. And I'm like,
No,
dude,
I'm just saying, like, the kid's just turned 18. Like, he's gonna have cameras on him at all times, pretty much, anyways. Like, let him be like, when he goes home, let him fucking finally get away from it, you know?
Well, that's what
Because
like,
be seen.
But that's what I'm saying too.
And that quarterback, like, they were following him, like, they're at home with him, like, in their house, like, all that stuff. Like, they follow him all season. It's just like,
well, I guess that goes back to my question. Would you rather see them do it like this year with him going into the league, or would you so then he can focus when the turn happens, or do you want to follow him when it's going to be like, oh, this team could potentially be a cup contender?
I'm ready. I want, like I said, I want him, like, I'd rather have him have 2 seasons and then be a little
the season before the team like gets fucking so good.
Yeah,
give me that 08-09 Hawks team, that little background.
Yeah, fair. Speaking of Bedard, who put that post out? Was that NHL.com or
for what?
For the Bedard over under?
Oh, the over under. It's it was by NHL. Yeah, NHL. They put 78. Yeah.
So Bedard, they're asking over under 78 points for his rookie season. What do you think?
I'm fucking saying over, man. Like, he's up there with like McDavid and Crosby as being seen as like that type of player. McDavid was well on his way to hitting 100 points. Crosby hit 100 points. Like, I mean, I think he could probably do it.
So the only thing I would stopping him from getting like hitting 100 points right off the bat. I mean, you look at the Penguins team that Crosby came into; they weren't great. Like, they missed the playoffs that year, but I mean, they still had like they had notable guys on that team. Like, he had a team around him.
So here's the points breakdown for that team. Crosby had 102.
Yeah.
And then it was Sergei Gonchar with 58.
Yes.
And then it's Mark Recchi with 57, John LeClaire with 51, Ryan Malone with 44, Ziggy Palffy with 42, and then Colby Armstrong coming in 7th with 40. Like,
still didn't even win rookie.
They had names.
Wasn't Malkin on that team, or was he not there yet?
No, he wasn't. It shows that Malkin played next season, and he had 85.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, I know. That's why I was like, Crosby came into the league, you know, Malkin same time. It's like, no, he didn't. Malkin came in 06, 07.
That's so weird.
Didn't win rookie of the year. That's fucking insane.
That's right, because Ovechkin won it.
Yeah, that's fucking insane.
He put up like 40 goals or something like that.
Oh, Crosby put up 39 and 63 assists.
No, I'm talking about Ovi.
Oh, yeah. He put up a stupid amount of goals.
Yeah. He had
let's see,
106 points, 52 goals. He put up 50 in his first year, and he had 4 more points than Crosby.
Yeah, how crazy! How crazy rookie of a fucking Calder,
dude!
Like, Calder race is that?
That was just like, hey, this is gonna be the next generation right here.
Is that
could you imagine if Mitchkov was coming over this year too? Just get another one.
Yeah.
And then let's see. Also, that McDavid rookie season, Taylor Hall finished with the highest points at 65 in a full season.
But he also had Yakupov, so
he had Yakupov, is that what he said? Yeah. I mean, but like even Draisaitl only had 51.
Yeah, Draisaitl wasn't good.
McDavid still finished with more points than Jordan Eberle and playing only half a season.
And
so
Hopkins.
just saying, like, the Hawks don't really have the guys. It's like neither did fucking McDavid, and Crosby really didn't have the guys either. Like,
that's what I was gonna say. Like, they don't have like a ton of. I mean, I guess it's just like name wise, like they don't have the names, like big names like that. But like, I mean, he has Taylor Hall. Like, that's gonna be huge for him. Like, like it's
Taylor Hall. I mean, Lucas Reichel having like, he's gonna be pretty massive. And if Reichel's not there, like Taylor Radish put up 20 last year. Like,
I was gonna say Taylor Radish should be good.
Seth Jones is going to be out there like nonstop. Like as much as like people shit on him, like he fucking puts in minutes.
Yeah.
I'm sure he'll get Bedard the puck like crazy.
I
But
hope you can just give me a little EK65 behind the goal line, like sauce to center ice. Just
God,
feed Bedard.
it's a fucking Hoffman.
Yeah. But I mean, yeah, you got Anthony C. I mean, that kid's got skill. Like his hands are unreal, and like he can dish the puck. So I mean, like he's gonna have guys to feed. So yeah,
Khrushchev, can he figure it out? Can Khrushchev figure it out and finish a couple points here and there? I mean, there's a lot of that can go in Bedard's way. I too am hammering the over on this one.
I think he's going to be a point per game at least.
100%. Yeah.
I mean, if he hits 100, I wouldn't be surprised because like
especially
that's where the talent's
year.
at. Yeah,
that'd be sick. We're gonna be seeing a lot of fucking 6-5 games then if he hits 100 points.
Yeah, absolutely right. Like I can't wait to see the power play. Just be like, he's got it. Let's go. He just fucking rips it top circle around everybody.
I really want the Hawks power play to be. I don't care how bad they are this year. I mean, I want them to be like decent, but like if their power play is anything like Edmonton's and just money every time, and you see Reichel, Hall, and fucking Bedard just feeding each other like McDavid Draisaitl do, give me that all day. I'll watch every game on repeat the next day just to watch those power plays.
The Hawks went 4 for 4 again on the power play. Lost 6-4.
Yeah, exactly. Gave up 5 power play goals the other way though. Peter Mrazek could not be saved.
But yeah, man, I think everybody's kind of shortchanged him, but like not realizing like his level of talent is seen as the same as Crosby and McDavid, and like everybody's like, oh well, those teams had guys. It's like not really.
Yeah, breaking it down like that, it was. Yeah, I thought it was a little
like
bit
those teams also had finished almost fucking dead last the year before. Like nothing really changed for them. Like
dude, Edmonton
they brought in
almost dead
a generational talent
4 years in a row.
Yeah. So
it's just the Hawks.
I don't think it's out of the realm of possibility that he hits close to 100, especially since scoring's like up versus like when it was like when McDavid fucking was coming in, but also like Crosby was like towards the end of the higher score. Like honestly, like he's towards the end of the higher scoring because we weren't seeing many like 100-point seasons out of guys around the 2010s.
No, not at all. And it's funny that him and Ovi did it at the same, like they're both their rookie years. Like that's just the
same rookie year.
But no, it's kind of crazy too. Like I think if Bedard was on any other team besides the Hawks, people would be saying, "Oh my God, he'd be flirting with 100 points. He'd be flirting with 100 points." But the fact that it's the Blackhawks, everybody's like,
I don't know if they would. Like the only thing is like I don't remember what it was like going into like McDavid's rookie year. What people were saying, like how many points he would get, But like, I feel like the hype's always there, and it's like I don't want to believe it until I see it type thing for like the players. Like you need to prove that, and then after that it's like fuck, okay, well where like now McDavid, it's like he had 156 points this year or whatever it was. Like can he do 160? I don't know. Like now I believe he can do anything, Like,
I feel like he can.
Before it was like there's not a chance he's gonna get 60 goals in a season because he passes the puck, and then he's like, well, I want to score more, and he's like, okay, well, get more than 60 goals this year. Like he does what he wants, and like I'm hoping Bedard is exactly like that. Like
that'd be sick. That'd be so nasty.
I mean, so far from everything you've heard from people that've been around him and things we've been seeing, on social media about him, he's as advertised. Now it's just a matter of now we just need to see if it translates correctly or not, or translates that way, because it's like I have no problem believing the hype that's around him, and it makes me excited, and I'm ready for this fucking season to start to see it come true. But at the end of the day, like you said, you gotta like give this kid a break. He is a fucking 18-year-old kid. It's a different game that he's coming into. It's a little bit easier, I think, for him because the game is moving more in a direction that benefits his playing style, like that finesse and quick and all that kind of stuff. But if he doesn't have this huge breakout season this year, I just hope people aren't, especially Chicago fans, aren't like, oh, fuck this kid, he's a bust already, kind of thing. Like I hope the smart people are giving him the time to develop and really come into his own, because it's going to be fucking worth it, I think.
I just can't wait.
I don't think, knock on wood, just cause, but I don't think there's a chance that he could be close to a bust. Like,
Yeah,
like
no way.
it's not a chance. Like, you know
Even
what I
if
mean?
he's like, even if he's 50% of what he's being advertised as, it's
he's
gonna be
gonna
fucking
still
really
phenomenal.
good at NHL.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
gonna be amazing. Like,
Right. Also just going back to Crosby's rookie year, he had 102 points, 110 penalty minutes, and it was a -1. Just unreal.
Yeah, it's insane.
He had 110 penalty minutes, dude. I forgot that he had that. It's crazy.
got to keep that.
And then he
in
put up
stat
another
up.
120 points the next year. It's
Yeah.
fucking just insane, dude.
Got to
Dude,
keep that 100
Sidney
penalties
Crosby's
for
underrated.
Padoku.
Yeah, that's a sneaky one. Sidney Crosby is underrated though.
Yeah, and
God.
he's so fucking good. So here's the thing too that I mean I think when we transition, but I just want you to keep in mind, a lot of people shitting on the Penguins for not being a playoff team. Sidney Crosby had 93 fucking points last year.
Yeah, I know. Sneaky.
Like,
Yeah.
are you kidding me? We were just talking about how he put up 102 his rookie season back in what 05, 06, and he's put up 93 still.
Yep.
It's like, yeah, he's not
Just
going
turned-
away.
No.
He just turned 36 yesterday too.
That's true. Yeah. Happy birthday, Crosby.
Oh yeah, 87. Never forget.
97. Let's go.
Never forget.
Dude, he's got 2 years left in the contract. Do you think he signs another one?
For
He put up
87 years.
93 points. Like,
Yeah, right. Like it's the production's not dwindling.
The way he
I
was
still
talking
can't
about it,
believe
though,
that-
it's going to be a year by year deal. The way he was kind of when they were talking about
Oh yeah, I'm
Letang and
sure.
Malkin being up, it was like if he retires, I wouldn't be surprised. But if he does, it's going to be just like a Joe Thornton style. I think just, oh, you want to play? All right, here's your 1 year deal.
way more than what Joe Thornton was making.
Exactly. Yeah. Right. Yeah.
I'm just so curious if Crosby wasn't out for like a year and a half, like where the fuck would he be right now?
Yeah.
Points wise, but also like I'm sure he would be putting he's still putting up like over a point per game per season, like each season. Like, and this is like post like really hard concussion. Like would he have been flirting more with like 150 like more often? Because like he's so fucking good, man.
And the fact that Pittsburgh was built to be contenders for them, like they did the right thing to keep them in the hunt every single year. I mean, it's like he had the team support around him. He could have, and that sucks. That definitely goes down as one of the biggest what ifs in hockey history, right there.
Yeah, he's got 6 100-point seasons, and I'm just curious, it's like how many more could he have had?
So, yeah, he had back-to-back 100-point seasons, 08 and then 09, and then he only played 41 games, 22 games, 36 games in the next 3 seasons, and he still put up over a point per game in all of those seasons. And then he came back and put up another 100 points. There's no, obviously you can't tell like what could have happened, like what it could have, should have, but like you definitely get at least one more 100-point season within that group of 3, like at least one.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, 100%. Well, that's the thing. Like in that group of 3, you get at least one, but like outside afterwards too.
Right.
Like post like concussion, like he still came back and ripping like crazy. But like, what would it have been? What kind of terror would it have been?
I know.
Still won 2 cups after that too. Fucking insane.
He's a freak, man. He does not get the credit he deserves, which is insane because he does get a lot of fucking credit.
I know. And it's not enough. Honestly, it's because McDavid came in. I feel like because McDavid just like took all of Crosby's hype away from him. And he was Sid the Kid. Like he's not Sid the Kid anymore. You know, like once the name went away, it was like, all right, well, he's just an adult hockey player now, like everybody else in the league. It's like, no.
Like Crosby's sitting at fucking 15th on the all-time list in points. Like, I'm so curious if he would have just been already like number fucking 3 at least.
Oh, speaking of all-time in points, I was looking up something the other day, and I was going through Nashville's all-time points leader. Pecorine is 129th. Like he's in the top 130 in points. There's so many guys below him.
That's hilarious.
It's so fucking. That was just so funny to me. I was like scrolling through the names. I was like, Pecorine is way higher than I thought he would have been.
That's good. I love it.
Oh, one goal.
But then like
too,
you look
right?
at the games played and it's like over 600.
Yeah, he's
I'm
got a
like,
goal too. Yeah,
so yeah, he's got a goal in there.
just fucking
Yeah.
Hawks.
worst goal ever.
Yep. Fuck that
Take it
guy.
easy.
Oh
Statue's
man,
pretty good,
is the statue up?
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
know.
it's pretty sweet.
All right. So Connor Bedard.
Connor Bedard.
It's gonna hit 100.
Yeah.
The only really other Hawks thing is the preseason schedule came out. They kick it off on the Hawks kick it off September 28th against St. Louis. Then they got Minnesota, 2 against Detroit, and against Minnesota again, and they wrap up October 7th against the Blues in St. Louis, and that leads right into a 5-game road stand to start the season.
Okay. One. Why is the preseason always just Minnesota, St. Louis, Detroit? Like it's literally the preseason every single year. It's so weird.
Travel,
But
they try to keep the
That's
travel
just the way they do it. Yeah.
minimum.
yeah, we'll go Nashville. Like, why are you still trying to make Detroit a thing?
Because the people want it.
Do they?
Yeah.
I mean, they will this year with the Brinket if he plays during any of those games. But two, I don't think we talked about this schedule. What the fuck is their October schedule?
Oh
They have
shit.
Yeah, it's
5-game
brutal.
road trip: Pittsburgh, Boston, Montreal, Toronto, Colorado. You come home against Vegas and Boston, and then you go back on the road for Vegas, Arizona. That's insane. That is an absolutely like. These schedule makers were like, "Oh, you got first overall. Well, you're gonna fucking go through the ringer your first month because we feel bad for the rest of the league." Like, what?
Yeah,
I
that
see
doesn't make
3
any
I
sense.
see at least 3 wins there. 4,
Against
sorry.
who?
Pittsburgh, Boston, Montreal.
Boston,
Arizona?
2 against Boston, 1 against Montreal, and 1 against Arizona.
Dude, okay.
Boston's a
Montreal's
shell
gonna be
now. Come on.
good.
No, I
I
say
mean,
that
you're not wrong.
completely.
You're not wrong, but also like they still have
They're
a
still,
good-ish team.
Good-ish team.
Yeah.
Pavel Zach is their fucking starter. Or their
Yeah,
starting
that's
center.
why I said good-ish. They still have Pasternak, like their goaltending duo is still good. They still have the same decor. Well, they lost
Orlov.
what's his name? Yeah, Orlov.
Oh, and
but,
Connor Clifton.
I don't know, man. Montreal's sneaky good too. Like that's a young team, and St. Louis got that team playing well. All those guys got another year under them. Like
The team is often
a
hurt.
fucking schedule, man. It's a rough schedule to start.
Arizona's kid is like, I was looking at one of their fan pages did like a potential starting lineup for them or opening.
Dude, that first
lineup,
line.
whatever. The comments were like, "This isn't great, but it's not bad."
Wait,
And I'm
for
like,
what team?
for
Arizona.
Arizona. I mean, they're not
Dude,
as bad as what they've been in the past.
Their projected first line, it's Keller, Cooley, and Schmaltz. Like that's fucking sick. Like that's a solid first line.
I just want to talk about the schedule real quick again. Did you see the Hawks February though? One road game.
Oh fuck yeah.
Oh, February, yeah.
If you notice on the schedule, the games make a heart in February.
That's fucking hilarious. I wonder if anybody else has noticed that.
It's fucking so good. Why not? You know?
Yeah, just it's lovers month. I think we
It
talked
would
about
have been cool if they
first game,
swifted. I wish they would have shifted all the games over the one so that the center of the heart was on Valentine's Day.
That'd be pretty cute.
That would have been cute. It's so cute.
Basically just saying the season is over. We're just trying to have fun.
Yeah, right.
Oh,
we're almost there. We're we're like 2 months away from game 1. So
I think it's 7 weeks out from first preseason game.
Sounds like it.
we
Boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Oh boy, oh boy. Also preseason they announced. I just think it's cool how many games are going to be at neutral site arenas. So like just trying to grow the game. Like, Like they're going to Salt Lake City, San Diego, Tucson, Wichita, Kansas, Independence, Missouri, Orlando, Florida. They're going to be out in Melbourne,
Down under.
Australia. Like it's like that's sick. Like that's awesome. Like sometimes like I don't watch a ton of preseason games besides the Hawks. Like that kind of stuff, just wanting to see like what the venues look like and stuff like that. Like it kind of makes me want to watch like a random fucking Anaheim, Arizona game. Or like Arizona, St. Louis, and Wichita, Kansas, just to see what it looks like.
But I mean, I still
Australia
kind of want to see Arizona game. I want to see if Cooley's playing.
Yeah, well, that's true. But yeah, that Australia is going to be sick too.
Yeah, that's gonna be. Who's that? LA and Arizona.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. And by the way, it's 63 days, or sorry, 62 when this gets posted till the start of NHL season or the Blackhawks season.
Hey yo.
I saw when it was 64 days left, somebody they always start posting countdowns on Hockey Reddit, and they use like players obviously for their jersey number, and it was like sliding through center ice, and I'm like, I love that. That's every year. That's the one.
I think Chicklets did that. I think Chicklets did in under 64 days. Here's some of Yakup's best moments in the NHL or something like that.
Is it just the one moment?
I think so. Yeah.
Whitney's on the ice, and they're all. I think he said something about like we were all just like it's a regular season game in like January. What are you doing, kid?
I thought it was much earlier too. I thought
it was like early season.
I think it was. Yeah.
I thought it was like October, and he's like celebrating that.
Was it
That's
just
insane?
A game tying goal too?
No,
it was a winner.
Yeah, I think it was. I think it was game time. Yeah. Like that's even better, dude. Like.
Yeah, it's tying up a mid-season game while rocking 60.
Yeah.
It's 10 seconds left in the game and they're playing LA. Fucking ties it.
Oh my god.
Oh
Russians,
my god,
man.
fucking Theo flurried it.
Gotta love that.
You either get all the emotion like him and Ovi, or you get none of the emotion.
They didn't smile.
Never know.
The Russians, they can't smile. They get shot.
Yeah.
All right, that's all NHL or Hawks talk, I think.
Well, there's the top prospects list that was on NHL.com. It was Tracy Myers made the list. I fucking had it. Whatever. I know it off the top of my head. They had one. She had Bedard, obviously. Boom. 2, Reichel, makes sense. 3, Korchinski, which they said probably going to be in the lineup this year. 4, they had Vlasic, and I was like, okay, interesting. And then 5, they put Cole Gutman.
Yeah, 4.
And I was like, all right. So I guess we're just not going to talk about Nazar. We're not going to talk about Oliver Moore, but I think it's more of, I don't know why it just seems like the direction of the prospects list went more towards like closer to NHL ready, because I don't know, it's weird to me that like they had Gutman as a prospect.
Yeah. Also, like
he's 24.
I liked Gutman last year. Like, he can be a solid depth guy. Those other guys aren't really depth guys. Like they're not projected to be depth guys. Like,
they're first round picks. Like
right. Like what is he doing on that list?
Gutman was like a 6th rounder, I think.
It's like saying Kershev's like really high on our prospect list. Like
6th rounder.
Yeah, like what are we doing here?
It's not, and funny enough, like Kershev is younger than Cole Gutman. And you just be like, hey, this kid's got tons of NHL experience. Yeah, really good prospect.
It is funny, like going down the list. Obviously, Bedard's like the top prospect, but like Reichel's got some NHL time already, and like he's a pretty high prospect. Like it's just funny that Bedard hasn't even touched the ice yet in the NHL rink, and he's top prospect, easy, like hands down.
Oh yeah, like he was without a doubt. Like,
no matter what he was going to, he was their top prospect.
Yeah, I don't think you can argue against that at all. Like,
yeah, like
no one has a better prospect. That's what it is.
No,
we have the best prospect in the league.
In the league.
Oh, how fucking cool is that?
Dude, I just every time we just start talking about Bedard, it's just like I just get excited. You know what I mean? Like,
Until I see him on the ice, like
I'm gonna
October
be
10th,
like,
I am just giddy because like
I
I'm
know,
like I still can't
exactly.
believe it.
There's no other word besides giddy. Like, truthfully, like there's no other word. That's exactly what I was thinking.
I don't know. I think it's gonna be till like December that I'll still be like, oh my god, Bedard. Like, I think it's gonna take a little bit. Like,
I'm so excited for Bedard. I literally keep forgetting like other guys on the team. Like I keep forgetting that they have Hall. Like I keep forgetting that there's Lino and Perry. Like I keep forgetting about all these guys. I'm just like they have Bedard. It's cool. It's fine.
that's all that matters. That's all that matters right now.
I don't know why I just realized this, but Chicago Blackhawks and Connor Bedard are just both CB. It just works.
Made sense.
Yeah.
It was just destined.
CB 98, baby.
Let's go,
It's
baby.
It's like that astronaut meme where he's like shooting man in the
Oh
head.
yeah.
Just Connor Bedard's a Blackhawk. He always was.
Yeah. I like it. That's good. It's good shit.
Do you think Oliver Moore is gonna have the same and like Nazar once we get like the hey, they're going to the NHL, they're signing and playing next season? Are you still gonna have that same like excited for it, or is it just because Bedard's Bedard?
It's because Bedard's Bedard, and there was no way. Like it was just such a surprise to actually win first overall.
Yeah,
those guys dropped to us. Like
yeah,
Nazar dropped to 13, and Moore dropped to 19, and Davidson was just like, fantastic. This is exactly what I was hoping for.
Yeah,
thank you.
I didn't give up anything for this.
Yeah. Well,
I think
Kirby Doc for it. So
my excitement for those two guys is like, and Korchinski too. It's like the Reichel excitement. You know what I mean? Like
really
Reichel's gonna be a great player, and I'm
excited
excited to watch him. But like, it's not that high.
It's not franchise changing.
Exactly.
Well, it is.
And it's also I
I'll
just want them to at least be better than Dylan Sakura. Like I was excited for him. And I just give me 5 goals. That's all I want. I just want the 5 goals.
Oh, Dylan Sakura getting the ricochet shots.
What are you doing
Jesus.
with it, Dylan? Come on. Dylan, come on.
I'll argue that it is franchise changing with those guys, because I think when they come in, that's the sign that we're about to take that turn back into let's fucking win the Stanley Cup. I think so.
Yeah. But I don't think when they're about to make it into the league, we're gonna be like, well,
no, okay, fair.
Are they gonna hit 100 points this year?
No, yeah. No, I didn't more than just the excitement, like holy shit, this new core is coming together, and like let's fucking go.
I think as a whole, once it starts to come together, it's gonna be like we're gonna have a preseason talk, and it's gonna be like, boys, this is gonna be a year. This is gonna be a year. It's gonna be a fucking good one. And
no, but like as soon as like the Hawks got Bedard, like we were expecting a lot of bad years. As soon as the Hawks got Bedard, it was like we got like a 2-3 year timeline now. You know, like, and none of those other guys were going to do that. Like adding a bunch of them, like they had, like Korchinski, like we've talked about, Korchinski, Nazar, Moore, like those guys, like having a bunch of those and that deep of a prospect pool absolutely helps, not only like for the future, building a better team, but like, later on, if you need to trade away prospects, but like when you got Bedard, it's like, okay, we got 1 year, and then we start turning the wheels, bringing in new prospects, bringing in veteran players, and trying to make playoffs. Like, I know we've talked about it, but like after this year's gonna be like a wash. Like, let's just see how good Bedard is. Next year, it's like let's start pushing for like.
It's it's the build. Like, the build has become. Exactly.
We're looking at it's
literally 07-08 Blackhawks right now.
Yeah. And then next year, hopefully, maybe we're making it to surprising everybody, make it to the conference final. Like, let's go.
Dude,
and then the following year, we bring in our Hossa.
Playoffs next year. Yeah. Who's the Hossa?
I don't know. That's a good question.
Hawks fucking bring in John Gibson next season. Or actually, or Hellebuck. That's what it would end up being. He's the one that has the contract up. Gibson's going to end up being traded this offseason.
Yeah, but then we'll give Hellebuck too much money, and he'll end up being like Cristobal Hughes.
I think that Davidson's done smart enough to not do that yet.
Yeah,
and I don't think he's going to end up he knows that that's not part of the plan.
Also, there's got to be a little bit of any free agent that wants to come here, Davidson's got to be like, you got to take a pay cut. Bedard's here. He's going to want a lot of money. Like you're playing with Bedard, you're taking a pay cut. Like,
yeah, we're not, your stats going to be inflated as fuck because you're going to play with this kid. Like,
you're going to look good no matter what.
You're going to go real good.
Yeah.
Do you want the top
You know what I mean?
15 free agents for next season?
Yeah, it's like Matthews, Nylander,
Stamkos, Hellebuck, Jonathan Marchessault, Brendan Monitor.
Ooh, Jonathan.
Oh,
honestly,
Montour would be sick.
Marchessault and Montour. Whoa.
I was like, what's just going on?
Yeah, Maple. Oh my god. Yeah, no, it's gonna be good, but like I don't know if the Hawks are in the position next year to be like
I want to
making
know
splashes.
Are you able to see who's the free agent class for 2025?
Yeah, I think you can. If you were to check you can see it on Cap Friendly.
That would be what
you just update the results. Oh, does this include Seabrook? I think it includes like 20.
The following year, it's the other two of the big four in Toronto, Tavares and Marner.
Tavares, Marner, Jamie Benn, Mikko Rantanen, Nicholas Backstrom, Sidney Crosby,
Leon.
Oh,
get
right
with
the wrong year.
Talk Draisaitl up, dude. It's funny how many. Like, there's so many. Like this year, next year, and it looks like the following year after that. Like, there's so many big named UFAs, but it's all big name guys from like the past like decade. They're all like towards the end of their careers, and it's like, man, that'd be sick if we got him. And then it's like, is it though? Like
2012,
you know,
maybe
yeah.
Well,
like
I'm just like you're thinking
Backstrom,
too, like
Crosby, Ben.
My NHL 13 roster was fucking stacked with these guys.
I had all these guys on my team. Yeah, exactly. Like TJ Oshie, like fuck, dude, he's so sick, but like
he's good, like 37.
Yeah.
Also, shout out to Cap Friendly for actually like having it set up so the age that they show is the age that they're going to be at that time. Like I was saying, like,
that's good.
Yeah,
so
Marner
he will be 38.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
So Marner will be 28, Tavares will be 34.
Mikko Rantanen's 28. I mean, Rantanen's getting re-signed there for sure. Marner more than likely re-signed. Tavares will probably go free agency, right? Like,
Back to the island, baby.
I don't know how
Let's
Toronto
go.
has cap.
He's not gonna get. He's not gonna get. He's probably gonna. The way that they were talking about Tazen Kane getting like $5 million, that's what Tavares is gonna be looking at. Like, even with the cap going up, like he's not gonna get anywhere close to the 11 that he's getting right now
in Pittsburgh.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, maybe. Ugh, that'd be weird. Could you imagine?
Yeah, Victor Hedman is like a really cool name, but like he'll be 34 at the time, and like you're gonna end up paying too much to get him.
Dude, Brent Burns will be 40. Holy shit.
Yep.
Dude, we're officially getting to that point. Like, the guys that we watched are going to start retiring and all this, and it's fucking.
Dude, the guys we watched
would be sick.
They were getting their numbers retired already. These are like the next guys already. Like fucking Ginla's numbers retired. Pekarine's numbers retired. Hose's numbers retired. Like, there's a lot of Paul Correa's numbers retired. Solani, like, fuck, dude, those are the guys.
Yeah, those are the guys from our childhood.
Those are the guys. UC Saros, but he'll be 30.
Oh my god, the 2026 offseason. Connor McDavid, Panarin, Price, Bobrovsky, Eichel, Ovechkin, Kaprizov, Laine.
I mean, I don't know.
That Kaprizov contract's gonna be fucking sick.
That's gonna be
a big one.
Thank God Minnesota's gotta be like, oh fuck, Cap's going up and we'll be Parise and Suter will be gone.
Yeah, their contracts will finally be off the books.
Fuck. Oh man.
It's fun times.
I'm like so excited for the season, but I'm also excited for next offseason already. Like, I just can't wait to see what Davidson does and how he can teach like trade deadline. I guess I'm excited for trade deadline because that would be the next like cool. What's up? What magic? Who
Yeah,
can we get
that's the
another
next step.
first?
Who do we trade away, and how
Corey
many
Perry.
prospects?
Corey Perry for a first rounder.
And
Athanasio.
Nick Foligno's gotten a first rounder before for.
I mean, we have 2 first rounders again next year. Maybe Tampa fucking doesn't even make the playoffs for some reason, and we have like 15. They're pretty sick.
That's only top
Great.
10 protected, right?
That's only top 10 protected.
Yeah.
Give me
Oh, dude,
11.
yeah, I was like, give me 11.
Like, hit 11.
Give me 11.
That'd be
Fuck you, Tampa.
nasty.
Oh shit. So yeah, a lot of good shit coming up here. Anything else for Hawks? You want to move on?
Let's move on.
Was that still Hawks talk? Jesus.
That was still top prospect list.
Yeah.
Did we talk about Connor Bedard yet?
Yeah, should we
right.
go? Let's talk about him. No, so where do you want to start? Because there's a couple big things.
Let's start with the smaller ones.
All right.
Alex Stalock, baby.
I was gonna say there was a trade to Pittsburgh. It was kind of small, but all right, we'll start with Stalock.
No,
Stalock.
the
to
Loch
Ducks.
Ness, the Stalock Ness monster.
What's up, guys? As you know, the show is brought to you by DraftKings, and new customers download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now and use code THPN. Bet just $5 to score $150 in bonus bets instantly. That's code THPN only at DraftKings Sportsbook. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Massachusetts, call 800-327-5050 or visit gamblinghelpline.org. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. In Kansas, call 1-800-247-00. On behalf of Boot Hill Casino Resort, on West Virginia, gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.1800gambler.net. All games regulated by West Virginia Lottery. Please play responsibly in partnership with Hollywood Casino at Charlestown's Race in Connecticut. Help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. 21 plus in most eligible states, but age varies by jurisdiction. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for details and state-specific responsible gambling resources. Bonus bets expire 7 days after insurance. 1 boost per eligible game. Opt-in require max bet $50. 10 plus leg required for 100% boost. Eligibility, wagering deposit restrictions apply. Terms at sportsbook.draftkings.com/baseball terms. Even if you're not going on vacation, summer is all about a vacation state of mind. Whether I want to listen to Luke Combs on repeat or just need to retreat inside my own head for a bit, I love creating my own summer soundtrack by popping in my Raycon wireless earbuds. There's so much going on all summer. Sometimes you need some upbeat music to pump you up before you see people or to stay calm with some guided meditation. I love my Raycon headphones for, listening to my country playlist up on the lake or, any of the great podcasts from the Hockey Podcast Network. Just get to hear all my hockey news. Let me tell you right now, Raycons are the best way to listen. Use earbud tap functions to toggle between 3 customizable sound profiles, noise isolation, and awareness mode. Raycons have a 32-hour battery life, including 8 hours of playtime, so you can listen to what you want when you want for a really long time. They come with custom gel tips for the most comfortable in-ear fit. They start at half the price of other premium audio brands, but they sound just as good. And Raycon comes with a 30-day happiness guarantee, so you really can't lose. Create your own soundtrack with Raycon. Right now, WCB podcast listeners can get 15% off Raycon. Order at buyraycon.com/THPN. That's buyraycon.com/THPN to save 15% off on Raycons. Buyraycons.com/THPN. 1 year to the Ducks.
Basically, that's the Ducks just fucking telling Gibson, hey, you're fucking gone. We got our guy.
We got our guy.
I think it's pretty funny though, because like the Hawks signed him, like not expecting, like obviously expecting to be like kind of dead last in the league, and then Stalock had a pretty good fucking season, like, and he had like 2 shutouts or something.
Yeah, against Arizona.
And I'm really glad that he earned another contract, but it's also kind of funny. It's with like another team that's going to probably be dead last, close to last again in this season. But But yeah, you gotta imagine like with Gibson requesting a trade, like at some point that'll happen, and then they're going with Stalock and Stellars.
Yes,
Yeah, I mean, you can't.
Yeah, no, it's Stalo, Stalo, both of them.
I
they
mean,
have Lucas Dostal.
Oh, Dostal, that's who I'm talking about. Not Stellars. They used to have Stellars, I think.
Yeah.
But yeah, Lucas Dostal, who's like their up and coming guy. And then now Stalock.
you got to move Gibson at some point, right? Like,
100%.
Yeah, right.
it's been like 3 seasons where he's been saying he wants out. Like, that you can't just. At some point, he's got to get moved, and each year he's getting another year older, and one less year on a really good contract that he's on. Like, you're just worsening his trade value. You know,
you got to move him.
It has to be this year.
If you don't move him out of the deadline, I think you failed miserably. Like, to get max potential from him.
Yeah, I mean,
I just don't understand how Buffalo hasn't just been like, we'll take him, like whatever you want.
We did it. You have Craig Anderson and Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen. Like,
Craig Anderson's gone.
Gibson. Oh yeah, Anderson's gone. Fucking Eric.
He finally retired. They finally let that guy rest.
They need Gibson. They need him. They have Eric Comrie and Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen. Like, come on.
We also got that kid. Was it Levy?
Yeah, Devin Levi.
Or Levi. Yeah.
I don't know. It could be Levy.
And classic Dustin.
I'll go with what you guys said. I'll go with what you said because my history is not on my side on that one. So,
dude, they have. Speaking of Buffalo, they have 2 defensemen signed after this season.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Rasmus Dahlin's gonna have a monster contract coming up.
He's gonna get paid.
He's getting at least 10. I guarantee you, he's getting at least 10.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
So he's in a contract year, man. He's gonna have such a fucking good season.
He was just, I know. We talked about Buffalo, I think, last episode, like, and how well he played. But
that's what I mean. They're gonna be so exciting. They're gonna be so exciting to watch.
I kind of don't want them to agree to a contract and have him go to arbitration just to see the fucking numbers that come out in that one. We thought the fucking Troy Terry one was a big gap. Holy shit.
12.5
at like 8.
Yeah, 8 and 12.5. He'll get a 1-year contract at like 10.75.
Yeah. And then he walks.
Yeah, then he walks the next year.
Oh man. Chaos. I love it.
Another signing.
Just love playing out the scenarios.
Another signing for a could be bottom dweller of the league. Matt Dumba signed to Arizona, 1 year, $3.9 million.
3.9, baby.
I don't get Arizona, man. I just don't understand. Do you want to be good or do you not want to be good? Like, what do you want to do here?
I don't know, man.
They want guys that they can trade away for prospects, and then keep saying, "Well, we're not going to be that bad this year."
Yeah, we just signed Matt Dumba? Dare we say the P word?
Yeah, I love that. That was like, the fucking P word is hilarious. It's like obviously not playoffs.
I love the response. So whoever sent it, possible relocation.
Possible relocation. I said plottery pick.
Plottery pick.
Oh yeah.
Fuck, man.
Was there another sign?
I just like they're obviously like not a sexy team on paper, but the team's young, man.
They're young, and honestly, in Mullet Arena, they're fun to watch.
Yeah.
But they're 25 points back from Winnipeg from a playoff spot. Like, you're not New Jersey. You're not making that jump.
Well, the thing with too that I didn't realize, but like I've seen highlights of this Matthias Maccelli kid. It's kind of sick.
Yeah.
He was like in the talks of being a possible Calder nominee. Had 64 games last year and 49 points. And I don't think he was playing with Keller.
Not gonna be this year either.
No.
But I mean that's just depth you need actually with like.
But if he's not playing with Keller, then if he could play with either Barrett Hayton or Logan Cooley, that'd be pretty fucking good.
Yeah, I forgot
they brought in Jason Zucker.
Oh yeah. They
He just re-signed
the
with them.
signings that they have are just the weirdest signings. Like just the weirdest names go there because they're like,
Yeah.
fuck it, I can't get a deal. Let me do a 1 year in Arizona and let them hit the cap floor, and then I'll get traded to a playoff team.
I just like I'm looking at like the projected lineup on Cap Friendly, and like right now it has Barrett Hayton between Keller and Schmaltz. And then I'm just kind of looking at how, like, how they have the acquired section. It's like Clayton Keller, 2016, 7th overall. Barrett Hayton, 2018, 5th overall. Then they got Logan Cooley, 2022, 3rd overall. And then Dylan Guenther, like 2021, 9th overall. I'm like, you got like some good fucking young forwards that were all drafted top 10 in their draft years. Like, man, Clayton Keller had a sick season last year.
Yo, oh my god.
Who knows?
Another sneaky. What do you have, like 87 points? Like he was so close to hitting 90.
86. Yeah, 86.
Yeah, dude. He was sneaky good last year. Like I think we were talking about it recently. Like there was just so many sneaky seasons last year because like so many guys hit 100 points where it was like, yeah, Keller almost hit 90. Fucking Braden Point hit 50 goals. Like it's just
Nugent Hopkins hit 100.
Edmonton had 3 guys with over 100 points.
Yeah.
Wouldn't have guessed that. I would have guessed 2, like everybody else.
Yep.
But no, man, dude, hockey's in such a good fucking place. It's so much fun. There's so many good players. There's at least one all-star on every single team. At least one.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely. I think the crazy thing too with the points is like you just assume like the goalies aren't doing great. Like there's still some really fucking good goalies.
There's so many good. I mean, their stats aren't great because my goalies in fantasy.
I was gonna say
nobody
fantasy.
could find a goalie that could make a fucking save,
Dude.
but in fantasy. But yeah, like the goalies are. The goalies are so fucking good. Like there's so many good goalies in the league. It's crazy.
Which kind of puts the fucking
fun.
100 points even crazier. How close people got to 100 points. Like, damn. Fuck. All right.
The big one. What's the big one?
NHL 24 coming out finally, or news about that.
That's the big one.
That's the big
one. I was
one.
gonna say, speaking of 100 points, Erik Karlsson.
NHL 24.
Oh, you want to talk the
You're
trade?
Nolly.
Okay. You said you want to get the small things out of the way, so that's why I went to NHL.
NHL 24 coming out. Or I mean, I don't know what's coming out, but
they're finally
being announced on the 16th.
Announcing the cover athlete, probably announcing the game modes and anything that they didn't change. It's just gonna be carbon copy.
It's gonna be fucking nothing.
Yeah,
insane.
It's gonna be updated Hockey Ultimate Team, and then franchise mode's gonna be like poopy, and
then
I don't know.
Look at this new Zegers play that we did.
Yeah,
that's impossible to actually do in the game.
We revamped the like fucking chat options. Okay, cool.
Talk to your GM and tweet out to your fans.
Yeah,
bro.
My coach wants me to fucking buckle down on defense. I got it. Thanks. Like every fucking game. We're up 2-1. Thanks, bud.
We need you to score a goal. Thanks, coach.
Yeah, obviously. The best defense is scoring a goal.
Yeah.
So who do you? Yeah,
go ahead. Yeah.
Jinx.
Who do you think's going to be on it versus who do you want to be on it?
I want Connor Bedard on the cover just to say fuck you to the rest of the fan base in the league.
Yeah, I think it'd be hilarious.
Who do I think it will be? I think either Matthew Tkachuk or Jack Hughes.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
Exactly what I was thinking.
It's definitely gonna be one of those two. I think Panthers going on a run definitely helped Tkachuk because I think it was basically just a runaway for Hughes. Which it's great that it's between 2 American boys. That's awesome.
That's fucking cool.
But who I want, honestly, I would love. This probably wouldn't make any sense whatsoever, but either Tage Thompson or Tim Stützle.
I was going to say Tim Stützle would be sick.
I would love to see either of them. Like I love watching those two play. Like it'd be sick to have either of them on there. It's also crazy that Crosby's never been on the cover.
I don't think he's wanted to be. Like he doesn't want it.
Really?
Yeah.
I've had enough limelight. Like, let the other guys.
Like, I don't go to All-Star games. I don't want to be on the cover.
Who was last year's?
We
Oh,
covered twice
Zegers.
though.
Zegers.
yeah.
And,
So it's not, actually it's time
Nurse.
for
Nurse,
it's actually it's time for Matthews to be on it again. Wasn't it like every other year?
yeah, it's like every other one.
It's true.
So that's such a weird thing to do. Like, because the Hawks had it, like Taves was on there twice and they took Kane off, whatever. But Taves was on there twice because they fucking won. Like, they were winning.
Yeah. They won this. Hey, they won a playoff round. They deserve the cover this year. The entire team, entire Toronto Maple Leafs team on the cover.
It's
Let's
just
go.
the whole Leafs and say we want Florida.
They're gonna put fucking David Ayers on the cover.
Oh God. I'm trying to think of like who else would be like a good cover athlete. Like, when was the last time they did a defenseman? Like, Carlson would be sick,
Carlson would be sick.
but I don't think they'll do that because they don't really have like Swedes. Pasternak
would be
too,
cool.
but like they don't really, they steer away from like Europeans.
Because they
usually release the different European cover based on like whatever, like Sedin's are on it in Sweden or whatever.
How about a goalie? Any goalies you think worth it?
I mean, like Sorokin would be nasty. Shesterkin. Those guys are always up there. Allmark had a good season, but I don't think he's gonna repeat that kind of performance.
Vasilevsky.
Probably
just those three, honestly, to me.
How about a flower for this farewell tour?
Yeah, that'd be cool to have Fleury on there. But like,
imagine a Minnesota Wild jersey on the cover of NHL.
I was gonna say,
weird.
Do like all the teams that he's played for. So like Pittsburgh, Vegas, Chicago, and Minnesota, just like 4 like little photos.
That'd be kind of sick. Get the picture of him in Vegas with the sword through his back on there.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's got to be the cover, actually.
What does the Madden 24 cover look like? Because usually they kind of go to the same style.
Oh yeah, they always the art style follows.
They imagine last year, because last year NHL was different.
Maybe because it's Josh Allen.
What about like Kale? What about like Cale Makar?
I don't know if they're going to touch that until this whole Hockey Canada shit. I thought that too. I thought Makar would be awesome, but I mean, he's on that team, and I don't know if they're. Kane.
Or
like Adam Fox, like
McKinnon,
Quinn Hughes.
McKinnon won't do it because Crosby never did it.
True.
You think Bedard won't do it?
Come on, Sid, let's do it together.
Yeah, right. In the Tim Hortons fucking outfits.
Come on, it could just say NHL Timmy's, that'd be sweet.
Pre-order your copy at Timmy's today.
I can see Robertson towards the top.
Robertson?
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think he's in that like Kachuk Hughes like realm where it's like American kid, like kind of superstar on his team, like up and coming player.
What about both Kachucks?
Yeah, both Kachucks would be kind of sick. I was thinking like Brady would be good too.
Face off. Or if they were just like teed up, just like grabbing each other, just ready to feed each other, just mid swing. That'd be sick.
Mm-hmm.
With like,
I still think it's Jack Hughes.
He's in the background, just yelling with a glass of wine.
Johnny Gaudreau on Brady Kachuk's shoulders.
Oh my god, yeah, that was unreal, dude. What a weekend for fucking NHL weddings, huh? Or Bergeron holding Marchand up.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I wouldn't be. What if they did like a Bergeron like last cover for him? He already had one. It was like 2014.
Yeah, and I was gonna say, have they ever done a retired guy?
I don't think so.
I mean, not for like the main copy. I think they've done like Gretzky on like a legendary $200 copy and all that.
A special edition.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's gonna be Jack Hughes though.
I think so too.
I agree.
He's totally coming into the American. So
you gotta have
honestly the Kachuk one with the like baby blue third jerseys that they have. Oh, that'd be a sick. That would be a sick cover.
It's either Kachuk or Hughes. I think that's gotta be it.
Ooh,
It's gotta
or
be.
Hughes with the green Devils jerseys. That'd be sweet.
You never
It's
know.
probably gonna be Hughes like tossing his stick into the crowd.
From like 2 years ago.
Yeah, why not?
That was one of the nastiest sellies.
It was
There's so
sick.
many.
It's
There's
just
so
like,
many
oh my
awesome,
God.
so many awesome moments against the Blackhawks. And it kind of
Yeah,
sucks, but
yeah.
at least we got to see them.
It was a sick goal. Yeah, that was fun. Sick. Thanks, Jack. Way to ruin our time.
Sorry.
I hope you don't make the cover.
Oh, you're actually talking to real Jack, not me. Okay.
Yeah, no.
All right. All right. Now we can talk
Sorry.
about EK65.
The big news of the week: Mike Hoffman traded back to San Jose. Jeff
To give it a
Petrie,
farewell
Jeff
to
Petrie traded back to Montreal.
dude.
Oh
Oh
my
my
God.
God. I don't
Good.
get it.
Oh,
Petrie going to Montreal. Like, it's just over 12 months, so they can retain salary now and trade him back, and it's okay. It's not cap circumvention. Like, it doesn't fucking make sense. Like, I don't get it at all. I don't understand this. And also, how you can't trade a guy back to the same team and retain salary within 12 months, but you can use a third team that has no, I mean, in this case, they were actually players traded, so it makes sense. But there's other, like, when the Hawks traded, I forget who, was it Leonard? And Toronto just came in and just ate some of his salary for absolutely nothing. How is that not cap circumvention? I don't get it. It doesn't fucking make sense. And I'm not going to stop talking about it until I get some sort of answers. And I'm going to rely on Cap Friendly to try and give me those answers, but I don't understand what they're talking about on there anyways.
Retained salary is not circumvention.
How? How can I just be like, hey, I'm going to trade you 25% of this guy's salary for future considerations just so you can have more cap space on your cap, which also doesn't make sense. Oh, also, here's a guy that's definitely not going to play in the NHL ever again just so you have more cap space. What?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't
Like,
understand
I don't get it. Just make it a fucking not hard cap. Just, it's that fucking easy. Like, I don't understand. I don't get it. I don't get it.
So back to the trade.
yeah, Tanner, you got
back
it.
to the trade.
I think. Okay, so what are your thoughts on the actual trade itself?
All right, so here Montreal acquires Jeff Petrie at 25% retained, Casey DeSmith, Nathan, whatever, he's a prospect, 2025 second round pick from Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh Penguins acquire Eric Carlson, Dylan, whatever, a 2026 third round pick from San Jose, and then for Montreal, they got Rem Pitlick. San Jose acquired Mike Hoffman from Montreal. From Pittsburgh, they got Michael Granlund, Jan Ruda, and a 2024 conditional first round pick with a condition of being top 10 protected. Out of all that, with what?
Did you see what Hoffman said? They asked him about like going to San Jose, and he's like, "Yeah, I was only there for a little bit last time, but it looked like a great place to live."
What blows my mind most about this,
he was
trade,
traded within a day of that.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
with an hour. It was like hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the most mind-blowing thing for this is the fact that Pittsburgh acquired Carlson and also gained cap space.
Yeah, that's wild.
That like blows my mind.
I know.
I had to like triple look at that when I saw like people tweeting about that. I'm like, wait, that doesn't make any sense with the way people are talking about how this trade is going to have to be made.
And they retained on Jeff Petrie.
Yeah.
Right? Like, that's weird.
I think it's great that, for San Jose, that they really didn't retain as much as they said they would. They only retained 13%.
2%, baby.
I think it's not even like 13, it's like 12 point something because
give it to me.
An even 1.5 million.
No, just let me have it.
Come on. It's funny looking
at
the trade.
Absolutely 100% accurate on everything we say on this show.
I think it's crazy that like San Jose gave up a third as well for this trade to get
right,
conditional first, but it's in 2026, so I don't know. It's funny, look at that 3-way trade because Montreal just doesn't get anything from San Jose.
Yeah,
I'm assuming that's a future considerations thing.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah,
Cat probably just got tired putting future consideration on stuff, so they just kept it off of this time.
From San Jose,
fucking guy can't keep a suitcase. Yeah, I don't.
Out of this, like, I don't understand. Like, San Jose really doesn't get anything. They got a first.
They're not them,
but
what they got out of this was getting rid of Carlson's contract.
Yeah,
that's what they got out of it.
They're out of Carlson's contract. They're only stuck for 4 years at 1.5,
which is terrible.
Got some guys that they might be able to move at the deadline, but honestly, what are you getting? Like a third for some?
They're not going to be good. So like they're in that spot where they need to fill roster spots and cap space, and especially moving $10 million in Erik Karlsson. And yeah, like you said, flipping guys at the deadline.
Got Granlund for 2 years at $5 million, and Ruda 2 years, 2.75.
I mean, that's not bad, honestly.
And then Hoffman has 1 year at 4.5.
Yeah. I mean, that's good for them. I mean, they don't. It's so weird because they have like Hurdle and Vlasic and Couture, like they still have those guys, but like they don't stand a chance. Like, you know what I mean? Like they're bottom 5 in the league, I would say. Like they're towards the bottom. Like,
oh yeah, I think that's the point though. Is like
right.
It sucks for Hurdle because he signed that contract recently, but he's kind of in the Seth Jones situation right now.
Yep. Seth Jones future just got broken. His contract just kicked in.
Yeah. And I mean, this team is like, they were already bottom 5 last year. Yeah. They just got rid of their Jesus Christ, Norris Trophy winning defenseman. And they brought in Jan Ruda to fill in that roster spot. And then, I mean, you brought in 2 forwards. Plus, they went out and got Anthony Duclair in a trade. Oh, forgot about that.
Yeah.
Zadina too.
So yeah, and they signed Zadina.
Do they?
Where does this team think it's going?
I don't know.
Lottery, baby.
Like that's the confusing thing to me. Like they didn't exactly get better on paper. Why? One of the things I could see is like that William Eklund kid who's supposed to be fucking disgusting. I don't know if you guys have ever seen anything about him, but a lot of people think he's gonna be super fucking good. In NHL, he's rated like a franchise player.
There's a lot
shit you not. It's fucking crazy.
Yeah, there's a lot of praise for him, and I'm actually really excited.
I wonder, is he Calder eligible this year? Because he's only played 17 games.
He would be. It's what, 26 games?
About him. It's 25. I thought, but I haven't seen anything about him possibly being in the Calder race. But if he's on the squad, we'll see how good he can be.
That's just how bad San Jose is that they won't consider him for it because he doesn't have the support.
Yeah, right. Which is crazy because like he has more support than Bedard has. Like just Logan Couture alone is like so much better.
I can't believe they
Hurdle. Yeah, and Hurdle. Jesus.
3 more years of Vlasic. Jesus.
Yeah, that's tough, man. You're not getting out of that one.
Fucking $7 million.
But you know that's going to end up being LTIR and like starting next season.
Yeah, I mean, you don't need it though. Like you're not going to be good.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
well, unless you're trying to just get ice time to like whoever you have in the system.
True.
Which I don't know what they got. I have no idea who fucking plays for San Jose.
No. the only prospect I know is Will Smith, and it's because he just got drafted.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's weird for San Jose. They get out of that contract for Karlsson, which is also weird because it's like he had 100 fucking points last year, you know?
Yeah, right.
Well, it was more
paying Brent Burns and Erik Karlsson for the next 2 seasons.
That's crazy.
The Karlsson trade was more he wanted to go to a contender versus they wanted to get rid of him, right?
Yeah, right. I mean, it didn't make sense.
They're doing good by Karlsson.
But the thing that's crazy to me about the trade is like when you're looking at the value that they received for him, like it doesn't really go like, oh wow, like yeah, that's. I think it's just the fact that like people think Carlson is washed up a little bit and had like he's 33 and they're like he's not gonna have another season like that. And I'm telling you, like, I fucking think he's gonna have another 100-point season next year.
I hope so, especially with talent around him.
He's gonna have so much talent around him. I mean, the detriment that I kept saying about him being in San Jose with Burns was like they both kind of took a dip in production, but San Jose doesn't have Sidney Crosby and Evgeny Malkin.
Yeah. I mean, that's all true, but they do have Chris Letang. Like, what is the difference between Carlson Burns and Carlson Letang? Like, I love Carlson. I love Letang. It doesn't make sense to me. Like, it really doesn't. Like, why are you going to get another offensive defenseman?
Right side defenseman.
Have all this set up. The only thing that makes sense is if they don't think Letang is going to hold up, is make a full season. Then it kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
But then it's like if you would have gone to Carolina type thing, like, okay, he's back with Burns. Like, we know what happened there. Like, I mean, I could be wrong, and them two together could be nasty, which it definitely could be. But it just, I don't think their goaltending is great. You moved Jeff Petrie, who's a defensive defenseman, and you brought in Erik Karlsson, who's not great defensively, but he's going to bring you a lot of points, which is what they're going to need because they're going to rely on just outscoring their teams. Not to mention, I mean, Gensel's out to start the season too because he's had surgery, but it doesn't make sense to me. It really doesn't. Like, granted, I want to buy a Karlsson Penguins jersey because he's going to look sick in that setup.
Dude, all the renderings already of it. Oh,
I know. But like, it doesn't make sense to me. But that is he gonna be power play 1? Is he gonna be power play 2? Dude, Letang's been quarterback of that power play for how long? And it's still good. Like I just don't get it. Like, I can't wrap my head around it.
Just trying to see like the defensive kind of whatever advanced stats for Karlsson. So everybody always says he's like so fucking bad at defense.
He's not,
but he's not. He scores a shit ton of points. He had 90 fucking blocks, 33 hits, 81 takeaways. He had 101 giveaways because he has the puck all the fucking time. Like that's the thing. But
and it goes back to what we said about like Seth Jones and stuff like that. When you're out there majority of the game, your numbers are going to be be dipped to a different direction. Like that's what like drives me insane about the Seth Jones argument. Yeah, Seth Jones I don't think is the greatest. He's not the $9 or whatever $1 million player he is, but it's like he's not a bad defenseman. Like it just looks like that because he's playing majority of the game.
I'm not saying Karlsson's like a bad defenseman. Like I'm just saying like he's better on the offensive side of the puck.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Like,
yeah.
He's still not like he's still good defensively, but like I don't know. I mean, like looking at Cap Friendly, like their D pairings right now, it's Karlsson and Ryan Graves, Marcus Pettersson, Chris Letang, then Pierre-Olivier Joseph and Chad Ruwendel. Like,
I think Karlsson probably does come in and take that spot from Letang, right? Like,
I think so too. I think they're trying to limit Letang's minutes, which is wild because they just signed him.
Letang is also 36,
and also the health issues he's been having too.
Yeah, maybe that'll help him though too. Like, be a little bit less relied on, and maybe he'll be a little bit like more solid. And
to make it about the Blackhawks,
like, I was
exactly what we said about Taves.
Yeah, the thing that makes sense to me with how this will work a little bit better than the Burns and Karlsson situation in San Jose is the fact that like you have two super fucking good centers. Like you'll have Letang out there with either Malkin or Crosby, and then you'll have Karlsson out there with either Malkin or Crosby. Like they're not going to be out there with like second, third, fourth line guy or whatever. Like they're trying to like keep the puck out of the net. Like they're gonna be out there with somebody that's going to be real fucking good. Like even Malkin last year had 83 points in 82 games.
Yeah.
Like he's still a point per game player. He has Matt Nieto on his fucking left wing though. Oh god.
I mean, Raquel's not bad, but God, dude, I forgot Riley Smith went there. That's gonna be.
Oh shit! Yeah, same. That's gonna be good. Like, I mean,
And
I still
Stroza.
like it's just
Stroza go there.
this offseason. I think that like there's so many people that think that Pittsburgh is still not like a playoff team, but it's like they just missed the playoffs last year. They just missed it. And
I think it's more so because they just missed it and then everybody got a year older while the rest of their division is getting younger and better.
yeah, I don't see
Who did they
Pittsburgh
jump?
taking such a huge jump back.
Who do they jump here though? They got Carolina, New Jersey, Rangers, Islanders.
I mean, Islanders
Rangers,
are such
maybe?
a fucking mystery.
Rangers,
Rangers
yeah.
too.
Rangers went all in
I don't
last
know.
year, and it did not fucking work out for them. So
Yeah, but I mean, who all did they lose
Let me
besides
see it. I'm
Kane?
gonna pull the free agent tracker up too. Who the
who
Rangers?
Tarasenko.
Like, yeah, besides Kane and Tarasenko, because I mean, aren't they running it back pretty much with the same team?
Rangers.
Too?
Jesus. Oh, they brought Blake Wheeler in and Jonathan Quick.
That's right.
They got Nick Bonino. Did they sign Eric Gustafson?
Yeah.
Yes, they did.
No, yeah,
Yeah, they did.
So, I mean, they still haven't signed Lafreniere. They signed Keandre Miller. They lost Ryan Carpenter, Kalanick, Gomikola, Tarasenko. Those are just the only guys. I'm trying to see who
That's what I'm
Pittsburgh lost,
saying.
though.
Like, they really didn't lose a ton of guys. Like their top
Yeah.
six is better, you could argue. I mean, not when they had Tarasenko and Kane, but like the beginning of last year compared to the beginning of this year, you could argue that their top six is better. They have Kreider's advantage at Kako, and then Panarin, Trocheck, Wheeler. Like that's fucking sick.
And who knows? Maybe Kane takes a league min deal halfway through
You
the
could
season.
easily just go right back there.
Yeah.
Easily. I don't know, man. I don't know.
I mean,
Yeah.
this Pittsburgh team for me, it's like they're either if they're a playoff team, I'm like, okay, yeah, that makes sense. If they miss it, yeah, no, that makes sense. Like I don't feel like
They're gonna be right where they're at this year in my eyes.
Yeah, and I think the worst thing about it is I think Dubas, what was his comments? Bet on us or something, or I'm gonna bet on the core or whatever when he was introduced or whatever. He made some sort of comment like that, and I'm like, bet against us, and I'm like, come on, dude, like you're not making historic changes, and you couldn't do that with the core you had in Toronto. Like
that's not Dubas's fault, man. Fucking.
I mean, you could have.
He gave that team everything that they fucking needed, and they couldn't fucking finish. Did you know that Ryan Graves is fucking 6'5"?
Yeah, he's a fucking big boy. We get a bunch of his
huge. He was also he was a plus 34 last year. So him being a plus 34 and Carlson being a minus 26 last year, that might even out.
He also uses 120 flex stick.
Oh no shit.
Yeah,
6'5". You gotta lean into that fucker,
dude. It's a fucking
Jesus.
They
I mean,
also-
Pittsburgh's going to be interesting to watch, man. Like
They will be.
Tristan.
Also,
Well, that's the other thing too. Is like Jari is like got hurt towards the end of the year. Ever since that outdoor game, he was kind of like,
dude, they have Jari
in and out.
Nikolovic as their goalies. Like,
yeah. I don't know. Getting Jake Gensel back will help them a lot.
big
I'm sure that like Ty Smith isn't listed in their starting lineup either, but I thought he was going to be more of an impact guy.
He's on their like cap friendly like page.
Yeah. He's not. Yeah, I'm just saying he's not listed in their top six.
Yeah.
Or their six defensemen.
So they have to make room though to get Gensel off the IR.
You mean like cap?
That's what I'm saying. Like they're over the cap technically with him on the IR.
Oh, yeah, whatever. Fucking,
they'll
just get rid of Alex Nylander. Who cares? Fucking, I don't know. Pittsburgh's interesting because it's like, it's the same thing that like with like Boston last year. It's like, oh, they're too old. I don't know if that's going to be the case, man. Like Pittsburgh could probably fucking surprise a lot of people because, Crosby missed the playoffs for the first time, right?
Yeah.
Second
And
time.
he's had a good. Is it second time?
Second, his rookie year, right?
His rookie year. Yeah.
Okay. Like, I mean, since they started making the playoffs, like this is the first time they haven't made it.
Yeah.
Like he said the whole offseason, and I'm sure like the guy, dude, him and Carlson probably being like some of the best players in the 2010s, like them together. Like I understand they're kind of on the older side. Like they might fucking be so sick together. I mean, can you imagine like Carlson's going to the team that knocked him out of the Eastern Conference Finals from like 6 years ago?
Yep.
All part of his master plan.
7.
Gonna put the puck in the net, Eastern Conference Final Game 7 to eliminate the Penguins, and he's like, "That's for fucking Ottawa."
We couldn't fill the building, but
yeah, how funny would it be? Pittsburgh makes it deep into the playoffs, and Ottawa sneaks into the playoffs and meets him in the fucking Eastern Conference Final.
Game 7.
Yeah, right. Oh my god.
Wow.
But yeah, I just think that a lot of the things I've seen of people shitting on Carlson and the Penguins for making this move, I think that's one of the takes that's going to look pretty fucking bad at the end of the season.
I don't know.
I'm taking the
thing though. Like,
I'm taking the approach that you guys are kind of saying with Bedard earlier, where you're like, I need to see it happen with Carlson. I need to see him replicate what he did last year because
So I'm not say I think Carlson the reason he did that, I think one, obviously Burns was gone, so he was the guy and he needs to be the guy. 2, I think he was just finally fucking healthy, man.
Yeah, I think he was clearly healthy.
He needed to finally be healthy, and he's back in his normal form, dude. Watching his highlights from last year, the way he was turnstiling guys on his on the offensive blue line.
With no one behind him.
Just disgusting, dude. There's no other defenseman that can do that in the league. And it's just gross. Like, he's back in his form. I'm not doubting his skill whatsoever. Like, I'm saying,
I'm hoping.
I think he can easily do it. I'm just saying, is this going to be exactly like it was with Burns, like with Letang?
Yeah.
But
I hope he's back. I can't buy until I kind of see how he starts the season off and all that. I'm a little wondering, like, was it a 1-year thing? I'm hoping that it's not a 1-year thing because I love watching a healthy, Carlson, all that, but it's like, I can't get into it until I know for sure. Kind of.
Tanner, I sent you that highlight package. On Instagram. Like, I can literally watch EK65 highlights all day.
Yeah.
Like,
that's something you weren't seeing 2-3 years ago.
Yeah.
Like, because he wasn't healthy. Like, he was healthy last year, and it was just like he was just dancing fucking everybody, 3-4 guys at a time, and then you just find a guy fucking back door just for a tip in, and you're like, oh my god.
That's what San Jose wanted when they traded for him from Ottawa. Like, that's exactly what they were looking for, but it's like 3 years too late.
Yeah, right. The Achilles is fine now.
Yeah, back to normal. Thanks a lot, Matt Cook.
Jesus. Was Matt Cook on Pittsburgh when that happened?
That's the plan. You fucked me in the final. You brought a guy in that killed me.
I think that's going to be exciting though. Like,
it's going to be an interesting storyline for the year.
Him and Crosby are going to be fun to watch.
Yeah.
I think they'll definitely make each other's lives easier.
Him feeding Gensel on the power play. Sick.
Yeah. He's not going to wait. Gensel's going to be out for like a couple months though, right?
Yeah. But once he gets back in, sick.
I still just think I think the one main thing is the fact that like Sidney Crosby did not make the playoffs once, like this past season, and he's gonna be like, we're fucking going back. Like,
also, I forgot that Spezza came over with Dubas, and like seeing Carlson and Spezza in the locker room together, I'm like, that was easily part of like Carlson going, yeah, I want to like.
Let's go.
I need to hear the laugh.
Fucking love Jason. God, I wish that was my ringtone.
That would be fantastic.
Oh man, yeah.
All
anyway,
right, let's wrap this up here.
It's gonna be amazing.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting season.
Episode 235, Tanner.
I don't know, man.
EK65 pens to paper.
Pen 15, pen 65. PEK 65. No, that's so stupid. Fuck.
PP65 Pittsburgh Penguins 65.
Yeah, right. I mean, fucking. What do we even talk about?
Bedard.
Yeah, there's a lot of Bedard talk, but like, we don't need to make every episode.
EK65 NHL cover athlete? Question mark.
Yeah, that's a good one. I like that. That's funny. Just can't. I can't think of it. Just fucking figure it out.
This is your job,
I
dude.
gotta
Yeah.
be so bad, dude. You gotta fucking figure it out.
I mean, I would just like, I can't get pEnK65 out of my head.
pEnK65, I'm fine with it.
Yeah, right.
But like, do the E capital and like lowercase p and n.
Yeah. That's good. That's good.
All right, just text
See?
me how you
We
want
work-
me.
we
Just
worked
text.
out.
All right, just text me how you want it to look.
I
Episode
will.
235. Make sure to follow us on social media at WCB Podcast. Follow the network at WCB_network at THPN. DraftKings, Raycon, promo code THPN. Yeah, we'll see you on the next one.
Bye, boys. Bye.
Thanks for listening to the WCB Podcast. Be sure to subscribe wherever you heard this podcast. To connect with Jarom and Tanner, check out the boys at WCB Podcast on all social media. We'll see you next time.